evening, faculty, parents, family members, friends, graduates. And we're truly blessed to have everyone together on our campus this evening to celebrate. I would now like to invite Pastor Joel Scheide from the Church of All Nations to the podium for an invocation.
At HKIS, we know our source and beginning is always from God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, pray a blessing for us. O Almighty and loving God, because you made humanity in your image as the crown of creation to care for this world you have given us and placed us into families for nurture, to learn from one another. Today we praise you for the knowledge and wisdom you have granted to these graduates from Hong Kong International School as we celebrate with them and send them off to the next holy vocation in their lives. We pray that you would strengthen their hearts in compassionate service to one another and indeed to the world. Bless our commemoration tonight. In the name of our loving Savior, Jesus. Amen.
At this time, please help me welcome Matthew Lee, the senior class president, to welcome everyone to the ceremony.
Good evening, members of the board, teachers, parents, families, supporters, and the class of 2023. My name is Matthew Lee, and I'm this year's senior class president. I've been at HKIS since 2013, and it's my honor to welcome you all to this ceremony. The class of 2023 is such a unique class. And looking at this group of people, I can't help but think of everything that's been crunched into our high school lives. Social unrest, 3 years of a global pandemic, an endless stream of yellow slips for being late to class, or maybe that's just me. We've had to adapt to constantly changing bell schedules and Zoom classes and work with plans that were never 100% certain to come through. In the face of all that, our class has never given up. In fact, conversely, every single one of us has emerged triumphantly from our metaphorical trenches, head up and proud here on this stage. After all that, this graduation ceremony might seem like a small step, an easy last stretch of our journey all the way here. It's a weird feeling that all our time over the years is culminating in this ceremony, with handshake and a cap toss for the ages. In our movie star vision of graduation, we might wish there was some fantastical epic background music signifying we have made it, and we've done it, like a permanent stat boost if we're a game character, or a whole character makeover if we're a cartoon protagonist. But in reality, tomorrow we might wake up and feel exactly the same again. But I'd like to argue we shouldn't be left feeling empty, because even if we aren't the main character in the movie of life, we've been graduating for the past 18 years. It's like we're a bunch of mini threads in the broader universe that have all been tangled together for the past many years, and we finally neatly intersected here at this ceremony. Because yes, graduation is the neatness of everyone's caps and gowns today, but it's also the messiness of growing up together in HKIS that has brought us together on this stage. As cliche as it is, our growing up has been our graduation. Academically, we've picked up an endless slew of skills that have touched every part of our lives. From creating rainbows and coffee and chemistry, to learning how to pronounce La Hospital and calculus, I still can't get it right, to exploiting hypothetical labor forces in order to maximize profits in economics. These experiences we write off as, we're never going to use this, have secretly brought us a good deal of joy and accomplishment. Sure, we might occasionally find Johnny's height to be negative 57 centimeters, or we might convince ourselves cramped studying does work, and then call it a night once our cram setting session is supposed to start. But as a whole, we've completely changed the way we see the world. We've learned to be receptive to, while also challenging, the people and beliefs around us, to persevere and solve problems in new and creative ways, to get to the bottom of why things are the way they are. This has all been a part of our graduation journey. And on top of our own hard work, we have the people around us that have shaped our paths to end up right here on this stage. Teachers, you guys, over there. Teachers, you guys have guided us with so much patience, hyped us up when we don't even believe in ourselves, and stayed well beyond your work hours to make sure we're as passionate about things as you are. Even in our senioritis, about that. You've so patiently put up with our half-empty drop boxes and glassy eyes. Teachers, you all have played such an instrumental role in molding us into the people we are today. You guys are troopers, and we wouldn't be here on this stage without you. Let's give the teachers another round of applause. We've also had our friends who have taught us about ourselves so well. Yes, we've had fun falling asleep at McDonald's at 3 a.m. or doing yoga at 2 times speed to get that PE credit. Sorry to break it to you, Mr. Wimbush. But more importantly, we've strengthened our relationships and had deep conversations with the people we trust so incredibly much through the ups and downs of HKIS high school life. I personally want to thank Jaden, stand up. Jaden Poon, who's been my best friend for an uncountable amount of years. You've been my constant cheerleader where I am in life, and I deeply appreciate you for that. We've also had family that have supported us all the way, whether financially, emotionally, or in any other way. I'm certain that alone, I never would have made it. I have to thank my parents, who are sitting over here. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for loving and caring for me through the torrent of my emotions, for pampering me when I'm sick, bringing in late night snacks when I'm studying, and staying up to make sure I get home safe. I'm here because of your unconditional support. Finally, seniors. You guys have taught us what community really means. We've had our highest highs, screamed songs together on Spirit Day, and shaken our butts to Ice Spice for a slightly racy lip sync dance battle. But most important is how we've left this place together. I've cried watching us hug, cheer, and support each other as we figure out how to move on to our next step in life. I'd like to argue that all these experiences have been our graduation, and have made it possible for us to be here on this stage. This ceremony is a very well-deserved cherry on top of 4 very challenging, chaotic, and wonderful years. And even for the HKIS students who aren't here with us anymore, we've all played some role in shaping each other to be where we are today, and we ought to celebrate that. My point is, throughout our life, we're going to meet all these awesome people and learn these things in life that mold us again and again into some grown version of ourselves. And I hope that in the coming years, we'll remember to thank and appreciate these things, the good and the bad, because it is what it is, and we're gonna roll with it, soak it up, and keep moving. In the ahs, and the yeses, and the camera flashes and cheers, we're gonna move into each new stage of our lives, head up and proud. And I hope that in the coming years, we remember that everything we gain or lose is a step we take, and every moment can shape us for the better. So seniors, congratulations. I love you guys, and I'm so proud to see us graduate today. Growing up with you all has been the biggest honor of my life, and I do it all again in a heartbeat. Thank you. As my time at the microphone comes to an end, I'm super excited to introduce this year's faculty speaker. He has been a stalwart member of the high school community for over 20 years, and I, along with many of us here, have been privileged to call him coach on the baseball field. On top of his phenomenal inspirational pep talks, he's known for participating in Hawaiian Shirt Fridays and spraying water at unsuspecting students between classes. The HKIS community will miss him as he moves back to the US in a few weeks, but hey, someone has to keep an eye on Zach Seafer. Class of 2023, family, faculty, and friends, please join me in welcoming Mr. Jeremy Seahafer.
Obviously, they chose me as the better-looking Seahafer to speak first tonight. Sorry, Zach, just saying. But honestly, I'm honored to be here tonight with the privilege of being chosen as a graduation speaker representing the faculty. I sincerely thank all of you graduates for speaking or for representing me today and making that happen. Thank you to the amazing HKIS faculty that we have here. Not only the high school, which you see represented here everywhere, but I know there's middle school, upper primary, and lower primary represented as well, and they were a big part of your journey. In fact, I just saw Miss Nagao in the humanities office at lunch today, and she flew in just to be a part of this ceremony, which is pretty cool. I want to say thank you to all of our administration and all of our board members over here. I want to thank everyone who's watching live remotely on stream right now, including my mom and my uncle back in Wisconsin. I'd like to give them a shout out. And it goes without saying that they wouldn't have made it this far without your parents. But all the adults in this room have helped, encouraged, nudged, and yes, in some cases, dragged you across the finish line. Congratulations, class of 2023. Graduates, you're probably expecting me to come and tap you on the shoulder, point at nothing at all on the ground, point at your nose like you got something in there, shoot a rubber band across the humanities office, yell "hey ugly" to one of my baseball players, and yes, you always turn around and look. Or more infamously, my newest and more fun prank is standing on the 7th floor and squirting with a water bottle. I must have had 25 faculty members today beg me to come up here with a water bottle and squirt you, but that's not going to happen. It would be tempting for me to stand up here and crack jokes for the next 10 minutes, but I'm going to have to refrain from that tonight. Tonight, I'd like you to see the other side of me. I never thought I'd say this, but I feel like you and I are in the same boat. As most of you know, I'm leaving HKIS too. It took me 24 years to graduate from this place. Fortunately, it only took you 14 years. Your parents are financially thankful it didn't take you any longer. But when it's time, and all good things must come to an end. We're both graduating and moving on from HKIS together, which brings a wide range of emotions. And sitting here right now, you can all take a deep, collective breath and enjoy your last HKIS experience together. So sit back, relax, enjoy the celebration. Graduates, tonight is about you. Out of all the graduating classes from HKIS the past 56 years, yours is certainly the class that's demonstrated the most resilience. None of us want to relive the past 3 years of COVID as they were painful times. Masks worn on your chins, plexiglass on the tables, temperature booklets you pretended to fill out, RAT tests that you took daily. Could we have lived through a more absurd time? Canceled interims until this year. No APAC baseball or softball tournaments. As a coach, my heart ached for you. As a teacher, I felt your pain. However, you persevered. You made it through, and you excelled despite the challenges that your high school career encountered. 4 years ago in your first Specs 9 class, you all watched the video excerpt from David Foster Wallace's graduation speech titled, "This is Water." You know the one with the fish swimming in the fishbowl? He challenged all of us to decide how we choose to respond to challenging circumstances. The beautiful thing is, we always have a choice. Considering the circumstances, you could have sulked, felt sorry for yourself, whined, complained, cried, screamed. I'm sure there were times when you did. I know your teachers did. Right, Mr. Gerstmann? But you woke up in the morning, went to class, even if it was sometimes in pajamas on Zoom, and you did the best you could do. What more could we have possibly asked from you? We are all so proud of you. Now, I'm not arrogant enough to think that the words of advice I'm going to offer you tonight are going to change your life. If they do, that's great. But I'm a realist. Heck, as a classroom teacher of 25 years, I know that half of you right now probably aren't even listening very intently. You may be sitting there asking yourself, out of all people, why in the world did we pick CA for this meeting tonight? What is my dinner going to be like tonight? Where's the after party? You're hoping you don't fall across the stage in those high heels. And you're wondering if Mrs. Bennett and Mrs. Higginbotham will be able to pronounce your names correctly. Am I right? But I'm going to ask you to hang in there and bear with me for a few minutes so I can share 3 things with you. First, change is one of the few certainties in life. Do you remember your first day of school when you entered this exact high school, back through that door? Coming in to the clapping cheer of all your high school teachers? You should have seen the terrified looks on some of your faces. But just 3 days ago, the whole school celebrated you with a beautiful clap up. The looks on your faces and tears streaming down some told a much different story. It's amazing to think how much you have changed in just 4 short years. The recent spring issue of Dragon Tales paid a wonderful tribute to Bob Christian. It was written by our board member, Mark Wallace, who unfortunately has just resigned and left, but I wanted to mention him because it was a really nice thing. If you haven't had a chance to read it, I really highly recommend you do. Bob Christian was the original head of school here in 1966, and he just passed away this April. After this nice tribute, there was a letter, sorry, I've been sick in my throat, sorry. There was a letter written by him to the class of 1970 for the Oriental Yearbook, and it was specifically addressed to the seniors. And I'd like you to guess what his message was. Change. And I want to share just a couple of his words with you tonight. He wrote, change. What a small word. However, as we move together into another decade, we find ourselves constantly confronted with changes that affect our lives. He went on to state, today's youth are normally very much involved. Youth itself is exercising an increasingly stronger voice in affairs of the community, nation, and the world. He concluded with these encouraging words, I trust that you graduates will always be a part of the growing edge that must work within society for its change and improvement. We'll be anxious to hear from you in the future. After rereading this letter, excuse me, I was struck by the fact that although a lot has obviously changed in the last 50 years since he wrote this, some things haven't. Young adults like you give us hope. You give us hope. And knowing your class, I'm optimistic about the future and the positive changes that you're going to bring to this world. I ask you right now to look around this stage. And I literally want you to do this. Give someone next to you a fist bump and tell them you're going to miss them. Unfortunately, this is the last time you'll be sitting together with this amazing group of people. They're not only your classmates, they're your friends. Some of you will remain lifelong friends, and that's a beautiful thing. You've been on an amazing journey together, but tonight, it's coming to an end, as you know it. You'll all got some big changes coming up in a few months. You're literally going to be scattered all over the globe for your next adventures. And my first point is I want to encourage you to embrace the changes ahead of you. My second point, I challenge you to be yourself. For over 25 years, I've had the same email signature. It's from a quote from a Hall of Fame, my favorite baseball player, Nolan Ryan, and it said, I'd rather have you not like me for who I really am than to like me for who I'm not. I get it, that's easier said than done. But I do know this, living for others and their expectations of who they think you should be is not the path you want to continue on. I also believe this, the longer you wear a mask and put up a facade that's not you, the longer you're going to struggle with unhappiness and anxiety. Author John Spence put it simply, he said, be happy, be yourself. If others don't like it, then let them be. Happiness is a choice. Life isn't about pleasing everybody. This reminds me of Truman from the movie The Truman Show. Everything about his world was fake. But when he finally figured it out, he walked away from the perfect life set up for him into the unknown. He left Plato's cave into the light. Now there's an example of courage, being yourself. Thirdly and lastly, I encourage you to create your own definition of success. The definition I love comes from American poet Ralph Waldo Emerson. And if you've been in my American Studies class, I've used this for years to introduce our American Studies unit. And he goes on to say, what is success? To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a little better, whether by a healthy child or a garden match, to even know that one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is success. Your high school grades, GPAs, SAT scores will soon be forgotten. You've got gap years planned, senior trips to look forward to. I know many of you are taking off this weekend, and college journeys to start. However, your journey is just beginning, graduates. My hope and prayer for you is that you'll follow your passions, that you'll find meaningful work, and that you'll create your own definition of success. That's all I've got. Continue to be resilient and face life's challenges. Embrace change and be okay with the uncertainty of the future. Be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to change you. Create your own definition of success and live a life that makes the world a better place. I wish you all the best, and I'm excited to see where your futures lead you. I will end tonight as I do every single one of my classes. Push in your chairs, make a wish. Bye-bye. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Seahaver. And next, can I please introduce Dr. Ron Rockmeyer, Head of School, to the podium.
Good evening and welcome faculty, families, and our special guests to the class of 2023. Each year at graduation, I'm reminded of the gifts that each of us are given. The gifts of choice, knowledge, of exploration, and new beginnings. I'm always amazed that all the dreams before are now possible due to the hopes of our past. I also know that these dreams are only met through a lot of push, pull, and of course love from our parents and teachers. Let's pause for a moment and give our parents and teachers a big round of applause. As we pack up and prepare to seek out our new dreams by stepping into the next chapters of our lives, know that we at HKIS will keep you close to our hearts and prayers. I'm reminded of an old summer camp song we used to sing every Friday night at campfire, reminding us all that friends are friends forever. And although many of us are parting and going our own ways and heading in new directions, we will remain connected by this place and these times that we've shared. Graduation is not the end of your HKIS journey. Some of you may hope it was, but it's not. You are now entering the ranks of our worldwide alumni who are prepared to greet you, embrace you, and assist you throughout the remainder of your life journey. It is true that all these alumni have not endured the global pandemic while they were in high school, but they will definitely relate to your experience of fire alarms due to humidity, learning that IFs and PE can be achieved by double timing yoga, and that the faculty and staff that they had loved them and cared for them and made sure that everything they needed for the next steps in the world were there. I'm proud of each of you and pleased to welcome you into our alumni network. Congratulations, class of 2023.
1968, HKIS had its first graduating class of 28. This evening, we celebrate 187 students as the 56th graduating class. HKIS has a strong tradition of students who begin as primary students and continue their journey to finish as graduates. At this time, graduates, please stand and remain standing if you started HKIS in R1 or R2. Grades 1 and 2. Grades 3 through 5. Grades 6 through 8. And grades 9 through 12. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the class of 2023. This evening, our graduates are wearing a traditional Chinese pattern symbolizing balance and wealth. Over the past 4 years, you've strived for balance and achieved wealth in the form of friendship, faith, experiences, and education, and all of which that can never be taken away from you. Tonight represents the culmination of many years of hard work and dedication to a single cause of receiving your high school diploma. And this evening we are joined by many of your teachers, and it's time that I invite the graduates to please stand and thank the HKIS staff from the lower primary, upper primary, middle, and high schools for their dedication and support of your education for the past 14 years. This evening I want to share with you 2 pieces of practical advice, and I hope it'll help navigate the challenges and the opportunities ahead. My first piece of advice is build community. You've been a part of a caring community at HKIS where you've supported each other, learned from each other, grown together, and have shown compassion, empathy, and kindness to those around you. But you are moving on to a larger and more diverse community where you will encounter people who may not share your values, beliefs, or perspectives. Your friend group will change, but so will your sphere of influence. You will face situations where people and groups are cruel, unjust, or indifferent. How will you build community? We live in a world where cruelty, racism, violence, closed-mindedness, and narcissism are not only common, but are oftentimes celebrated on a global stage. These are all things that tear apart a society and a community. Unfortunately, you will face some of these challenges. So, how will you respond? How will you stand up for what is right and good and make a positive difference? You have this answer inside of you. During your time at HKIS, you have been reflecting on who you are, what you believe, and how your faith plays a role in your life. You have the tools to be caring both to yourself and others. Ephesians chapter 4 says, "Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you." Care for others. Be respectful. Be understanding. Invite others in, and be helpful to those around you. Be open to the different perspectives and experiences, and be curious and be humble. Be generous, be grateful. Be a good listener and be a good friend. Build a community. My second piece of advice is embracing discomfort. Now, this may seem a little odd to talk about at a graduation, but let me explain. You're about to embark on a journey that will take you out of your comfort zone. Some of these experiences will be exciting and rewarding. Some of them will be difficult and stressful. Some will just be boring and mundane. But all of them will teach you something valuable if you pay attention. Don't shy away from discomfort. Don't avoid it, or ignore it, or deny it. Don't let your fear or doubt or insecurity stop you from trying new things or taking risks. Getting rid of your cool card is an important thing in life. When you feel uncomfortable, don't run away from it. Sit with it. Reflect on it. Listen to what it is telling you about yourself and others. How can you use this information to improve yourself or your situation? Everyone, and I mean everyone, has moments of discomfort. The difference is how we deal with them. Those who embrace discomfort learn from them and grow from them, and those who avoid miss an opportunity to learn. Class of 2023, thank you for being an amazing group of students who have embraced discomfort and helped to rebuild our community. You have shown us your talents, passions, personalities, and potential through your academic achievements, extracurricular activities, service, and leadership. You've made us all proud with your accomplishments and inspired us with your spirit. You have left an impact on HKIS and our community that will not be forgotten. When I think about the senior sunrise, clapping you in, crazy spirit activities, dress-up days, changing the bell schedule, bringing back the taco bar, NHS Thanksgiving, and finishing the lyric like champions. We had APAC wins and some losses. We traveled. I think we should pause for a minute and say that again. We traveled. And while it may seem as if your time here has come to a close, this is not the case. Keep HKIS close to your heart as a symbol of dedication, love, faith, and kindness. It's been a pleasure being your principal, and I appreciate the connections and community we've made together. Tonight is the finishing of a chapter, but it is not the end. So in closing, instead of saying goodbye, I will simply say, simply say thank you, and until next time, thank you. And now it is time for the presentation of diplomas. On behalf of the high school faculty, I hereby affirm that the members of the class of 2023 seated before me have successfully completed the course of study prescribed by Hong Kong International School. By the responsibilities vested in me by the Board of Managers, I am proud to present the HKIS class of 2023. Seniors, we will now acknowledge and we will start to award your diplomas.
Santiago Aguzin. Aisha Ahmed. Adi Anand. Yash Atal. Ao Ka Pang. Nicole Chi Hei Ao. Lachlan Filippo Bailey. Zara Bhatia. Emmy Ikeda Blakely. Parker Boyle. Ziad Broker. Alexander Rayling Tao. Elise Cernosa. Chester Chan. Amy Chan. Lester Mickey Chan. Nicholas Rio Chen. Chloe Joy Chang. Ravi Montero Chari. Arav Chavla. Cassie Chen. Kevin Chen. Catherine Ashley Chen. Junho Che. Kristen Hisa Cho. Allison Ching Yong Choi. So-Wen Choi. Yoonjung Choi. Lauren Chong. Ching Mei Choi. Charlene Yang Ying Chung. Ellie Minchi Chung. Ethan Junlai Chung. Adriana Mary DaCosta. Kai Manesh Daryanani, not attending. Reagan Davis. Nicole Emily DeBoe. Brian Deng. Jack Arnohau Dingemans. Cara Jacqueline Dowd. Temperance Ann Downey. Dante Dietmar Dorr. Scotia Shea Edwards. Jody Natasha Imus. Ray Ogawa Alasma. Jesse Evanson. Kaylin Henry Farron. Michelina Jude Bittany. Marcus Falk. Miho Fuji. Mark Ikas. Asha Sophia Gill. Leah Gillette. Andrew Lanoga. Gavin Lou Greeton. Misha Taryn Harford. Nayla Lynn Hiffrey. Erica Renee Hornmark. Ryan Howe. Ryan Wenjong Shu. Sienna Hua. Chuhan Huang. Richard Huang. Chelsea Kim Huang. Sammy Huang. Charlotte Bernice Ip. Rohan Kaman. Anika Hamad. Terrence Huang Can. Jessica N. Gao. Jack Kerrigan. Andrea Ji Hyun Kim. Joshua Kim. Joshua S. Kim. Micah Kogawara. Spencer Jacob Kropp. Megan Kwan. Eliora Hei Tang Kwok. Jane Chi Lai. Bill Chamcho Lam. Caitlin Shirk Ying Lam. Marcus Zachary Lam. Olivia Lam. Laskowski. Karina Lau. Casey Law. Aiden San-Young Lee. Brennan Man-Ho Lee. Kai-Hyun Claire Lee. Hannah Lee. Leanne Churk Yan Lee. Matthew Lee. Nyan Lee. Ryan Yoon Jing Lee. Chloe Saw Yeon Lee. Burton Lung. Ambrose Lee. Bobby Zerchen Lee. Audrey Liang. Mingting Liu. Zoe Liu. Mika Li Ping. Jacqueline Alexandra Louis. Chinny Liu. Vanessa Luck. Ching-Hei Ma Ma. Marilyn Ma. Praveen Matani. Autumn Grace McCarrans. Melwani. Nicolás Millán Prieto. Abigail Jean Ayaka Miyake. Keisuke Alexander Nakamura. Sang-Yun Nam. Mehdi Raza Nakvi. Kate Ann Nielsen. Karen Nee. Francis Rainbow Ning. Ethan Yu. David Zion O. Jack Ogden. Yuka Omori, not attending. Shuming O. Arnav Panagrahi. Adya Patil. Catherine Creekhouse Patterson. Malia Peterson. Sabina Gihowicz Isigiri. Antoine Francois Paul Piras. Jaden Avery Poo. Noah, oh, not Noah. Noah Roush. Siddharth Riker. Lisa Resnick. Yatindra Saran Sanyal. Zachary Ryan Seehafer. Anish Sitapali. Avantika Sen. Anshuk Sharma. Janice Shen. Kyra J. Sheikh. Daniel Ming Yi Shi. Lawton Sims. James Harvey Simpson. Catherine Maria Smart Estea. Connor Browning Smith. Erica Buhuna Shon. Yifei Song. Jacqueline Katrina Sparrow. Justin Liu Suo. Brandon Tai Tang. Christian Joaquin Tapias. Lachlan James Taylor. Oliver Tedja. Ellen Toe. Yuen Seng. Raz Turner. Shreya Venkatesh. Elena Wang. Catherine Rady Wang. Zachary Wong. Myra Watanabe. Heyua Carolina Wen. Jacinda Lex Wheatley. Quentin Williams. Andrea Wong. Jocelyn Hao Wong. Kate Wing Wong. Marco Cho Y. Wong. Victor Wang Yip Wong. Marcus Wu. Martin Xianling Wu. Lucas Yao. Royu Jessica Ye. Nicholas Yee. Gil Yehudayan. Ali Hoksun Yu. Agnes Ziwing Yu. Alexa Yu, not attending. Holong Yu. David Yung Tong Wai. Chunjing Zhang. Cindy Xin Zhang. Derek John. Stanley John.
I now present to you the graduating class of 2023. Please help me welcome also Zach Skafer to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Loveland. I see that they saved the best CA for last. I started my HKIS journey 14 years ago with many of you sitting down here today. Through all the ups and downs, and trust me, there were many, we reigned victorious. After being at HKIS for 14 years, this school feels like a home, though that may be because I live on campus. This class is a special class, not just because I'm in it, but because of the extraordinary circumstances we lived through. Here's a fun or not so fun fact. The class of 2023 has had at least one day of Zoom in every single year of high school. You always hear adults talking about the hardships they went through to trek to school every day, the mountains they climbed and the rivers they swam. When we grow up, we can tell people our struggle of going to school. Waking up a minute before class and opening up our laptop. From online school, wearing masks 24/7, and canceled interims, I don't think any of us could have guessed how our high school careers could have gone. High school tricked us. Our first semester of freshman year gave us a taste of normal. Then, all of a sudden, it was all taken away abruptly. Unlike the class after us, we had knowledge of what a great high school experience could be like. It's worse knowing what you could have but can't. In 9th grade, I was lucky enough to be selected to go on the Malaysia Scuba Diving Interim. I was so excited. I bought all my equipment, went to sessions at the pool to get certified, and then no more trip. What other class could go through such drastic change and come out unscathed, if not stronger? Artist Kelly Clarkson once said, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." When people look back at the class of 2023, what will they think? What will they remember? Besides remembering me, of course, I bet people would remember our resilience. People will remember our adaptability. People will remember us from our quote, "It is what it is." It's easy to look back at all the bad things COVID has brought because there are so many things to choose from. But let me talk about one good thing that has come from all of it: online school. Now wait, hear me out before you boo me. I'm not talking about the actual schooling part, but the fact that we as students stayed connected and got closer even when we weren't physically together. I've talked to many adults about how many people they kept in touch with after they left high school, and I'd say the average is around 5 people. Now, of course, the internet wasn't as big back then, so it was much harder, but I believe that because of the challenges our classes faced, we know that we have the ability to stay close and connected even when we are far away from each other. I, for one, would want a reunion in 10 years or so to see where everyone has ended up. If we do meet in 10 years, I hope none of us will like the Tottenham Spurs, bottling the opportunities in life. Like the artist Khalid once said, "Send me your location, let's focus on communication." I too hope that as we travel far and wide, unlike the generations that came before us, we can stick together and stay connected. Now, how many of you have seen our class video this year? Show of hands. Well, if you haven't, I encourage you to check it out. I heard the actors are pretty good. Me. I bring this up because the message of our class video encompasses one of the key learnings of high school: to live life without regrets. It's not worth worrying about what you could have done differently, tests you maybe should have studied more for, tests you maybe should have just studied for, assignments you didn't do to your best ability, and assignments you just didn't do at all. Do I wish I put in more effort sometimes? Maybe. Do I wish I had ChatGPT in freshman year? Definitely. It's easy to think back and remember all your cringy moments. Trust me, I've had restless nights thinking about freshman year Zach. The term for this in psychology is negativity bias. See, I told you Mr. Lee I was listening sometimes. The funny thing is, nobody else remembers their cringy times. Ancient philosopher Lil Uzi Vert once said, "I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it." Everything you've done in your life has led you to this moment, the good and especially the bad. Without the bad things in life, we wouldn't know how to become better. It's taken me these 4 years of high school to realize that I've learned the most from my failures. For those of you who know me, you know I love to win, maybe too much. It's taken me the longest time to realize that I can't win everything, and that on the rare occasion that I do lose, it's so much more valuable. For those of you that were at the senior dinner just the other day, you would have heard my friend Anshuk's speech. Anshuk gave advice at the end of the speech and made a comment about how he didn't want his advice to be generic. I love you, Anshuk, but my advice is exactly what you call generic. The most important thing I learned from high school is to be myself. I know you've heard it before, but that's because it's great advice. We spend so much of our time, so much of our lives trying to fit in, changing who we are to make people like us. I too, at the start of my high school career, did the same. Like my father's speech, what I want you to take away is just be yourself. As we go off into college, we may be nervous about making new friends and fitting in. I know that each and every student in the class of 2023 is special, and that if we be ourselves, we're bound to succeed. As my father says, he signs up every email with the same quote: "I'd rather you hate me for who I'm not than I'd rather you hate me for who I am than like me for who I'm not. This quote by Nolan Ryan encapsulates what high school is all about. Although I said I've had restless nights about freshman year Zach, I've learned to embrace that cringy past self of mine because it's what made me the person I am today. So, class of 2023, as we venture into the unknown, never forget who you are, the challenges you faced, and most importantly, never forget the name Zachary Ziever. Thank you very much.
Next, please welcome to the stage the Madrigal Singers under the direction of Ms. D. Housen to perform Oceans and Stars by Amy Vernon. Joel Scheibe for benediction.
Ancient words of blessing given to be spoken upon God's people, whether they are out and about or at home, whether they're standing or sitting, whether they're awake or sleeping, but especially when they're embarking upon life's changes. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord make his favor to shine upon you and give you peace. Amen.
And lastly, I invite Ms. Darcy Lynn, the HKIS presiding officer, to present to the class. Darcy.
Family, friends, and the esteemed class of 2023. My name is Darcy, and I've had the privilege of serving as this year's presiding officer, as well as class president to this amazing class for the past 3 years. Throughout our lives, we have crossed many paths. To my fellow students who have been here since lower primary, we crossed over the Repulse Bay campus bridge when we were less than a meter tall. As we crossed over, we rejoiced over leaving behind nap time and indoor recess for our intense Foursquare games, camp, and a huge comic book section with purple felt peg chairs. When we arrived at the Titan campus, many crossed over the Reservoir Bridge. As the sunlight glistened on the water, we beamed with excitement over the prospect of using our phones freely, traveling internationally on trips, and decorating our lockers. Today, we cross one final time. When we entered the gym, our tassels sat on the right of our caps, or for many, hung off various sides, were shoved in pockets, or abandoned on staircases upstairs. The tassel on the right symbolizes our time together as students, the good and the bad, the triumphs and the defeats, the nights with friends, and the nights studying. In a moment, we will cross our tassel to the left, swelling with pride as we enter our next chapter of independence and adventure. I am incredibly proud of our class. With each new pass, with each new crossing, we have dominated, looking back fondly at our past and with excitement towards what comes next. We tackled each challenge with determination, exemplified by how we won the class video in grade 9, making history. I have complete, utter, and unwavering confidence that as we cross over into our next stage, we will carry this same vitality with us. Class of 2023, please stand. Please take hold of your tassel and cross your tassel from right to left. Thank you for everything.
At this time, faculty, please move to the aisle to honor the graduating class of 2023. Congratulations, class of 2023. Once a dragon, always a dragon. Appreciate being a comfortable, build community, lean on your faith, and we're going to miss you around campus. Thank you.